Hello friends, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. It is Saturday, March 14th, and it is like 31 degrees outside. It's chilly today. Our weather has been like a flippin' yo-yo. One day we were, oh my gosh, like 55 degrees, and then 30 degrees, and back up and down like a yo-yo. And I tell you what, I don't know if it was allergies. You can still hear I sound a little stuffy. But I don't know if it was allergies or if I got a cold from being out there, because during this whole time we have been making our maple syrup. So we've been out gathering the syrup, you know, we've been out working in that cold, and not only that, we have been building shelves in the greenhouse. Those are almost done. All I got to do is put my wire on the shelving, and that should be done. And I did a little bit of video on that, but you know what, friends, I'll show a little bit of that. But I do plan on taking you on doing a little tour of the greenhouse. But I have been so sick the last 4 days. It has just been sheer misery, and I think the only thing it was my allergies, because it was all right here it was all in my head, literally all in my head. So it was miserable. And cold out there, but our maple syrup we're doing fantastic with it. We've got quite a bit. I got mine up on my shelf here behind me, all set. Now we're going to get a lot more too, because we're providing our families with it. And we may sell some, you know, depending on how well we do, because David was sick too. We don't know if it was a head cold. We didn't hurt nowhere else, just our heads. So, but look at that beautiful syrup, and it is fantastic. And I'm telling you, friends, the first time I smelled that cooking, you could have just dove right in it. It smells so good, and it tasted so good. And when the first night we bottled this up, we made French toast and some wonderful breakfast sausage, and we had the maple syrup on it, and it was fantastic. And I never realized until my sister-in-law, she's really big into herbs. She's like our family herbalist, whatever you call them, and she finds stuff that we need for anything that may ail us. Well, she was telling us about the benefits of maple syrup, and even maple sap before it's syrup. So that's kind of interesting. And one of these times I'll do a video on that and tell you all the fantastic properties that maple syrup possesses. So it's fantastic. My chicken. Everybody's been asking about my sweet, beautiful chicken. Or my hen. She was egg bound. I did everything I could, friends. Everything that I could. And I finally gave up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to call the vet, because I don't want to lose her to this. What a miserable way for an animal to die, you know. So after I got her out of her like 5th treatment, spa treatment, I blew her dry with the blow dryer, and I hunkered her down in a box because she was in the house. I didn't want to put her outside. And I turned my back, called the vet, was getting ready to take her in, and she had passed away. And then I felt bad, because I thought if I would have just gave up at the second one and took her to the vet, she might still be here. But then again, friends, this is life on the farm. Sometimes, you know, you get overpowered by Mother Nature, and what do? You just keep on plugging away. I did the best I could for her, and sometimes that just happens. And, you know, somebody had asked me why they get egg bound. I mean, why is it that they get egg bound? Or they had chickens that never got egg bound, and they never had to do that. Or, you know, so many people showed a lot of concern, and I appreciate that. But a lot of times when you have hens, after a molt, they're at a higher risk for for getting it to get egg bound. Don't ask me. I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it. I just know that's what I've always been told. So, and that's what happened. Now, I've only had that with maybe a handful of hens, if that, in my past, and they've always passed the egg. This really is the first time I've lost a hen. So I feel bad. We had a little sad day on the farm. Life goes on, you know. And in my one video, I showed you the two baby, or they're not so baby anymore. They're getting, you know, they're juveniles now. But the two chickens, the barred rocks, and I said I thought the one was a rooster. Friends, he's going to be a gorgeous rooster, and yes, he's definitely a rooster. So many people said, yes, he's a rooster. Yes, I think 90% of you agreed with me that he's a rooster. The other one is definitely a hen. And they're really starting to show now because the hen is darker than the rooster. And his wattles and his comb are really starting to get prominent. So, and them tail feathers. It's like, oh no, I hope I don't have another Rocky because he was just mean. He turned meaner than an alley cat, I'll tell you what. But if this one does, just like Rocky, I'll send him to my son. And I know I got all my son's chickens here, and he doesn't have the heart to take them home. So, but he is going to get new chicks, and I'll just, you know, send the rooster over there to him. I don't want a rooster. I don't want a rooster that's going to be mean. And I'm afraid, you know, my little girls love to go out there. They pet the hens. They gather the eggs. They feed them. You know, they like them. And that's all I need is a mean, snarly old rooster, you know, attacking my grandbabies. That's not going to happen. So if it is, I'm going to get rid of them. I'm not keeping them. And God bless him and send him on his way. Somebody could use him, but not me. So that's that. Now my chickens are all back to laying eggs, and I'm getting anywhere from 16 to 18 eggs a day now. And the one hen, she probably won't start laying now till probably May, I want to say. She'll be about 6 months old in May. She was born in November, May or June. May, she'll be 6 months old in May. So that's usually when they start laying, about 6 months old. And he'll start crowing pretty soon too. I think Rocky crowed about 5 months old, I think. So I'm going to get some tea and I'll be right back. I got this really nice tea. It's called Breathe Easy. And I thought, boy, that would help me. That would help me a lot with, you know, I'm so plugged up. Not so much more today. I'm quite a bit better now. It was bad though. And, terrible. Anyway, the chicken was a little bit of bad news in the family. You know, the chicken, we lost her on the farm. But the big bad news is my father has been diagnosed with cancer. And there's no treatment that he can do because it's returned. He had cancer before and it came back. And unfortunately, it came back with a vengeance, and he just can't take any treatment. So, prayers. That's all I ask on that. I'm just not going to discuss that. That's rough. My mother's doing fantastic. And I need to do a video, and my mother and my father, just so you know, have been separated for years and years, since I was 9 years old. So they're not in the same household. But my mother has done very well with her cancer to heal herself. And but the same thing, her cancer doctor told us that, you know, this time around, the first time around, they might be able to get rid of it, and it may never come back. But if it does, it usually, and he said it usually comes back angry. It comes back with a vengeance. Unfortunately, that happened to my father. My mother is still in the midst of her cancer battle, and she's doing very well, healing herself. And I will share that too, because the diet she does, the things she eats, the supplements she takes, it just might help somebody out there. Any of you who are dear to me on my channel, maybe suffering from cancer or battling cancer, and it just might help you. So one day soon I'll do a video on it and share that with you, as well as the properties that maple syrup possesses. So there is a lot of panic in our nation with this coronavirus. But I'm sorry friends, I gotta say it and I can't hold back. Why would people be buying up toilet paper? What does toilet paper have to do with coronavirus? Coronavirus is respiratory, not the other end. But the toilet paper's gone. I went up today and it was hilarious. I went up to Dollar General today. Remember last year, I bought a year's supply of toilet paper. Not because I was one of these people that was trying to stockpile it. The brands I bought were being discontinued. And up at Dollar General, they had it marked like half off. And some of them, there were 4 packs of toilet paper for $1. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to grab it all and put it on my shelf. Well, it was called the mother load. I found the mother load of toilet paper. So I did. I bought every bit of it. And only because it was on sale and it was so darn cheap. So I bought it, threw it down in my basement on the shelves, and literally, I thought I had just ran out because I got like 4 rolls left in my little container that I store it in my bathroom. So I thought I was out, and I thought, well, darn it, I'm going to have to get down there because I got the grandkids coming, and once my grandkids get here, I don't want to leave. I just want to stay home with them where we're safe and out of any trouble, and just kind of in our own little world here, safe. Well, I went down there, and there's not a stitch, not even a square of toilet paper down there on the shelf. Everything is gone. Toilet paper. And then they almost wiped out the Kleenex, and the baby wipes are almost wiped out. And I thought, well, damn, now what am I going to do? I got all these kids coming in, I'm going to run out of toilet paper. Darn it, people. So I grabbed some Kleenexes. What else are you going to do, I grabbed about 4 or 5 boxes of Kleenex, and I thought, well, that'll cover some of it. We'll figure it out. If I have to run somewhere else, I hate to do that, but if I have to, I will. Well, I had gone downstairs when I come back home to throw some laundry in, and I look up on my shelf, and there's 6 packages of toilet paper left. I thought, what am I thinking? I thought I ran out. I thought it was all gone. But we're good. I've got 6 packs left from my year's supply. And it was exactly last March when I bought all that toilet paper. And not only did, it wasn't just for me or for this household here. My mother used it, my son used it, my daughter used it. So it went through 4 families for a year. Pretty good. I didn't pay a whole lot for it, so that was a good deal. But we had to chuckle because my friend was there with me, and I said, you know what? I said, everybody, I don't know the method behind the madness or the motive behind the madness of buying all the toilet paper in the nation, but they're going to be stocked up till the cows come home. So when they do get their toilet paper in, they're not going to be moving it like they were before. So, friends, those of us who haven't been able to get any toilet paper, if we hold out long enough, we'll probably get it on sale. I don't know, that's too funny. Why the toilet paper? I mean, I can understand bottled water Speaking of which, you all know that I've got canned water in my pantry. That's like emergency. I don't have my own well. I have to rely on city water. So I always like to have a little bit of water stored up. Not a whole lot, because I also frequent this artesian well over, towards Lake Michigan. It's about 15 miles away from me. But I frequent that, and I'll fill up jugs, because that, friends, is the best water I think I've ever had in my entire life. It's an artesian well that's been running since 1938, I think. Fantastic water. Oh my goodness, fantastic water. So if our water went out, I'd be running my buns over there to get more water from the artesian well, because I don't think that's going to run dry anytime soon. It's beautiful, beautiful water. And it's right there, right on Lake Michigan. And I think it's in one of my videos I showed you that well. But anyway, I'm going to do a video on canning water. Very easy. And you know what? A lot of people probably already do that, because they got jars of water. Because when my canner's not full, I'll use some of I call them dummy jars. I'll use some of them, and I'll fill up the spaces in my canner with them. But just the same, you could crack it open, and it's sterile water. You could drink it. You can cook with it. You can use it for cleaning wounds. You can, it's perfect. So this way you can have a little bit. I'll show you how I do it. And this way you'll have, an opportunity to put a little bit of water in your pantry stock. You'll have water. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, the maple syrup is doing fantastic. It's running like crazy. We've got 20 trees that we tapped. I showed you that on the video. You'll see that on Monday. We tapped 20 trees and 2 taps in each tree. And we got lines going down, so they all come into 2 different barrels. And we have been gathering, oh my gosh, about 70 gallons. And then it just like slowed right down to a crawl. And it's because it's so cold out. Probably a couple of the lines might have froze. But that's all right, because it will warm up, it'll flow again, and we'll be up and running. And I told David, I said, you know what, that's okay, because we were so sick. Oh, we just felt horrible. And I told him, I said, sweetie, go home. You don't want to be here sick. When you're sick, there's no place like home. You're not going to be comfortable away from home. I said, go home and sleep it off. And when you feel better, we can restart again. We can go right at it. Continue where we left off. We'll be fine. And the night that we bottled this up, oh my gosh, the house smelled divine. We made French toast and breakfast sausage, and it was fantastic. We put the maple syrup on that. Oh my gosh, was that ever just to die for. Wonderful stuff. The greenhouse is coming along. Through the madness of being sick and doing our maple syrup, we still managed to get the shelves built in the greenhouse. And we got a beautiful little potting table built too, potting bench. So I'm so excited with that. Now all I have to do, because everything's pretty much done, I just got to go through and put my wire on my shelves, because I'm not going to do wooden shelves. I'm going to do wire. And we got bracers and everything in there, so it'll be nice. That way the water will go right on through and nothing will puddle or, make a big mess. And the potting bench is darling. I can't wait to show it to you, and I will. Now we got some footage when my mom and my sister-in-law came down and helped build it, but not much at all. And I'll probably show you a couple little clips of that, but The rest of the time, we didn't do it because we were so miserable trying to get that done. We just felt horrible. And neither one of us even had the ambition to try and video it. We needed to get it done. But you'll see it, and I can't wait. I can't wait because, like my pantry, my greenhouse is my happy place. Nothing makes you feel, to me, nothing makes you feel more peaceful than planting seeds and growing, growing plants and growing your food. And I'm telling you, it's just my little slice of heaven is out in my greenhouse and in my gardens. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I have got so much stress to get rid of from this winter. I just can't wait until I can get out there and just let it all go. Planting everything. All my seeds are in. Everything's good. One person asked me if I got seeds that they sent me. So somebody has sent me some seeds. And I haven't gotten them yet. And I've been checking for the mail. I've been checking the mail every day. But I haven't gotten any seeds yet. So I'm excited now to find out what kind of seeds was sent to me because I love seeds. I would love to do a seed swap. Maybe next year we could do a seed swap or whatever. It's fun. I love doing that. And but my happy place, if I'm not in my pantry, my happy place is my greenhouse and my gardens. And hopefully, friends, hopefully this year we will be able to make the greenhouse permanent so that I can grow things through the winter. And Dave gave me a really nice propane heater, ventless propane heater, an indoor, like a wall heater, and it doesn't have to be vented, so I'll have a nice way to heat the greenhouse. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'll be able to grow stuff during the winter. And that's my goal, is to grow all my food. As much of my family's food as we can possibly grow. So there you go. I've been doing quite a bit of stuff on a yo-yo ride with this weather. The weather's been like a yo-yo. One day it's 57 degrees, the next day it's 31. The chickens don't know which way to go, And the other day I let them out because, they've been cooped up in that. Granted, their chicken coop is a nice size for them to, to move around in the wintertime. It's good. But they got to get out, So I opened up the door and I let the girls out the other day, and here's the duck stretching her wings and flapping her wings, and they were just loving it. Well, they loved it so much, I had to go clear over to the neighbors on the other block and chase my chickens home because they were going out to lunch. I don't know what they were doing, but it's like, oh, I can't have that, ladies. You're either going to have to stay in the yard or go back in the coop, because I can't be chasing down the neighbors. I mean, not that they'd get mad at me, but they can tear up a flower bed. They can tear up a garden, and that's not good. So hopefully I'll be able to get a fence up there so that they can have a little extra room to run, but, not the neighborhood, because we can't have that. And they don't, people talk about training their chickens to stay in their yard. Well, I have no clue. I had 40 laying hens, but I had 40 acres of land. I didn't have to train them to stay anywhere. They ran all over the place. But these guys, they like to go out to lunch, and that can't happen. So I got to get a fence up so that they have a little more room to run around. And I can't wait till it's warmer so I can bring up, I set one of the little pools, the little kiddie pools that I had aside for the duck, so she can have a little kiddie pool this summer, and when it warms up a little bit, so she can flop around in the water. And I'm surprised she has not found, every time it rains, and this time of year, we call it Lake Wayna, out in the front driveway there. Wait till she finds that. She's going to be in her glory. So anyway, yeah, we haven't felt good for days. I haven't done much of anything yesterday or much of anything today. And with this scare of coronavirus going around, I am going to stay in my house and I am not going to go anywhere unless I absolutely have to. I've got so much stuff here in this house, in my pantries, my freezer, everything. I've got a beautiful working pantry going, and 3 weeks isn't going to even put a dent in it for us. So we are staying in. Now, you might not see a whole lot of me for the next 3 weeks because, granted, I'm going to have 5 grandbabies here. And we'll do the best we can to do some videos and some vlogging. But if you don't see a video every day, rest assured I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm not stopping my YouTube. It's just for the next 3 weeks that these kids are out of school. It's going to be really hard to try and do videos and tend to, 5 granddaughters under the age of 10. So, but after that, we'll be back up and running. And if we're able to get out to the greenhouse, well, then we'll film it. We'll do the best we can. We might have a lot of chit-chats, but the little kids are going to be with me. So, anyway, with that being said, I am going to go, I'm just going to go lay down and rest some more and let my head clear up some more. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be completely over this. I think it was allergies, because when it gets warm like that, the mold spores go airborne and they're everywhere and up your nose, and oh boy, not a good thing. So, oh, and beside that, this is what I got, because the kids like to do puzzles. So I bought a puzzle the other day. Isn't that cute? And it's 500 piece puzzle. So I'm going to let the little girls help me put that together, because all my little girls, with the exception of, Cece, because she's so little, they love to do puzzles. And we will know in a few days what the next one is going to be. So I'll definitely let you know when I find that out too. My daughter did the virginity test, so she's waiting for the results to come in and she'll know what she's having. So anyway, I'm going to go, and you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.